Konnichiwa! Ohio, Fufus. You know, this morning I was gonna call you guys Youthlandins, and I was like, right, it's Fufus now, isn't it? It's Fufus. Ohio! Almost got my greeting wrong. Almost said konbanwa. Ohio. Tis I. No, I didn't. Mate moment. I know the chat doesn't exist, but it will exist soon. I lied, apparently. Because I'm a liar. I brought you guys back to life. Are you proud of me? You should be so proud of me, you know. Please clap. I know, right? She is so good. She's actually the best ever. Okay. Good morning. Hello, Styler. Death God, hello, Fox. Good morning. It's a Yorofo and an Ukyo. Don't forget the Ukyo, you know. The Ukyo is important. Yay! Thank you. I know. I know exactly what they need. That was in my dream. I was performing Wicked in my dream with a whole bunch of people, but none of us knew how the songs work, so I was like running it all. And all the parents watching were so disappointed in us. Bro, I have so much to talk about my dreams, but at the same time I completely forgot them all, but we're gonna talk about that in a bit. But yes, how are you, Minna? I've woken up just a second ago. My mom even laughed that I set my alarm for 10:30 to wake up. And I was just talking about, I finished Jakey's Hello Solo route in Mystic Messenger. And I was laughing about how my sleep schedule's so broken that I naturally am awake for the first chat room. Chat rooms were also in my dream, by the way. I need to talk about that as well. So, naturally awake for the first chat room. And I always wake up in the middle of the night because I always drink way too much water like before I go to sleep. And then I always wake up in time for the second chat room. But then I'd miss the third one. You know, the one at the normal time, like 8 or 9. I would miss that because I'm asleep. Like, it's more embarrassing to miss 8 a.m. chat room than the 3 a.m. one, okay? But I got the good ending, so that's good. And it's so cute. I did the Valentine's event. I probably should have saved it for actually Valentine's Day, but it was so cute. We opened, like, a coffee cafe together, and we were working on a dessert menu, and then we got locked in the cabinet, and we were telling each other, oh, my life has improved greatly since meeting you. I was trying to think of a better synonym for greatly, and I could not think of one. And then we got locked in, so then Yusung had to come back and save us, and our cake was perfect, and it was really cute, and she looks really cute with long hair. Okay, anyway. Will I draw? Will she get carried away with yapping again? Okay, the thing is, I planned to draw today. Obviously. That's why this is no drawing. But I drew for so long yesterday that I'm like so burned out of art after one single day. Like, I woke up at 8:30, which is insanely early for me. And then I was drawing till like 11 p.m. Obviously, I wasn't drawing the entire time straight, but you know, a lot of it. I did 2 commissions. They took forever, actually. I didn't realize commissions would take so long. But it's also so hard selling them. I sold 3. Which, you know, isn't bad. It isn't bad. But like, I know I would sell more if my prices were lower. But I think like the self inside me that doesn't like working would come kill me. So, yeah. I guess I'm doomed unless I improve to like speedrun it. Because, you know, I used to take 8 hours per drawing. But now it's like, maybe it's like, it's probably still like 8 hours actually. But now the 8 hours look better. So that's something. I could match to what my art looked like years ago in like an hour. So, you know, maybe I've gotten 8 times better in the last 8 years. Yes, forgetting them all based. Forgetting them all is not so based. But, okay, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. That's pretty good, isn't it? Compared to like 9. No, compared to like 3 a.m. I was trying to come up with an insane number, but 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. is not that insane. Don't mind me. It's just realizing I'm already running out of charge in like 5 minutes. Well, what is this attached to? What are you plugged into? Are you plugged into the mic? Are you plugged into the nothingness? What? What? Oh, there it is. Okay, I found the charger. We're all good. We're good. Compared to 3 or 4 in the morning for me and solo. Yeah, you guys are insane, but I love the 3, 4 a.m. vibes. I feel like everyone's just going insane at that point. Including me, even though it's only 8 p.m. for me. But at that time, I'm going insane. You know, but I'm always going insane. I think today's stream might be a bit shorter. Because, you know, I'll run out of yapping talk at some point. And my soul for drawing. I love how I just immediately decided we're not even drawing. Wow, okay. I should start drawing at some point. But let me tell you about my dream. So you know what a thesis is, right? My friend didn't know what a thesis was and I had to tell her. Basically for psych, we have an honors year and we have to write a thesis. Toshka, hello, good morning. I was just gonna mention what my dream was last night. Well, I had like a few because I woke up a few times. We're starting Yaps and Ice here because starting Yaps is what we do. Because it's kind of sad to go straight into art, you know? So we have to do some yappage. So in my dream, you know what a thesis is? Because for 4th year, I'm not even in 4th year, but like, it's coming up-ish. We have to do a thesis. So basically, we have to come up with a study idea. We have to, you know, plan the study. We have to get participants. And, you know, since it's a study, you're going to need like 40, 50, 90, 120, however many participants, the more the merrier. And then we need to statistically analyze it. And then we need to write a paper on it. So basically, it's stupid. Hello, hug. Hello. Oh, I was just talking about my dream and how my dream was about a thesis. Writing a thesis, and in my dream, it was the end of the year and I hadn't started my thesis. And this is meant to take a year, you know? And in my dream, I had 1 month left. And I didn't even know the statistical analysis I needed to, like, analyze it, even if I had done it magically in a month. So in my dream, I was, like, cheekily planning to be like, what if I submit for, like, special considerations? Maybe there's a wedding. It was specifically a wedding in my dream. It's like, there's a wedding, and therefore I can't submit in time. So I was planning to, like, try and get an extra month for that. But realistically, they'd be like, oh, just give it in early. No. But in my dream, I was like, okay, if I plan a wedding, if I just plan my own wedding, actually. Like, if I rent out the venue, if I hire the catering, and then I fly overseas for that wedding, then do you think I'd get special considerations? But honestly, if I did finish an entire year's thesis in 2 months, I think I deserve that degree, honestly. Because that's impressive, you know? The average person can't do a year's worth of stuff in 2 months, but me, I'm actually the best. I am, but I definitely know why you said good morning. Which is 1, 2. Yeah, except I do live in Australia, so it is... It's 11:11, so that's not that bad, is it? Managed to do it in 2 months and buy you that Uki plushie. Bro! Okay, well. There's no way I'd be able to. But, like, wouldn't it be so interesting to try speedrun it? Like a chorus battle. It's like, okay, you have 1 week to plan it. You have 2 weeks to get the data. You have 2 weeks to analyze the data. You have 3 weeks to... Wait. That could be doable. Why'd they give us a whole year if you could potentially do it in 2 months? Oh, wait, I forgot. You also have the other university units at the same time, which is kind of stupid. Good morning, Star! But you know what else is sad? I was looking up the Ukiyo plush, and then I was like, what if I did get an Ukiyo Dakimakura? Because, you know, Dakimakura is just pillow covers. You know, they're not that expensive compared to, like, plushies. I was considering buying from Etsy, like, a full customized Ukiyo one. I think 10 centimeters would be too small. And then I'd want, like, a really big one. And then I'd want it to be able to sit. And then I looked at the price and I'd be like, wow, that is more expensive than just buying the Ukiyo plushie. Ah! Just so stupid. But, so I went looking for Dakimakura because I was like, surely that's cheaper. It's $250 for a Dakimakura. Personally, I think that is very stupid. very slightly ridiculously a little bit above budget for a pillowcase. I know! It's so expensive. What do you mean it makes sense so low? You don't make sense so low. How dare you? What do you mean sounds about right? Because aren't they usually like $60 at the most? So I was just looking through them and it's like 250. No. Also, what do you think about like, what do they call it? Like puppeting the model? Where it's like, is it more entertaining if you see me move around the screen more like, oh, and once upon a time there was a chicken and that chicken went to the zoo. Compared to just standing here and yapping feel like it is more visually appealing to be like, wow, once upon a time. Actually, and then the cheese went to the zoo. Because, like, I could try that during the app sequences. I just, like, move my head around. I don't know, but there is, like, an agency, Stocks Agency, I think it was called. I remember it had, like, a silly name like that. And I was like, wait, what if I applied to it? You know? I stopped being Yufu, but, like... free money, free help. You know, that's the only reason I apply to things. Because I get free stuff. All duckies you've seen, achievement. Exactly. I've never seen one that expensive. Even like the official one with all the characters was like 80 bucks. Which, you know, that is a lot. But compared to 250, maybe it's not a lot. But I was thinking then maybe I'd just get the one with everyone. Obviously no, because we have a shirtless Toma. And I don't like Toma in the first place. And he's shirtless and he's in the middle. And I don't want that in my room. You know, maybe I just print my own really low quality ukiyo onto a pillow and hope for the best. Wow, I do feel richer, more fancy moving my model around more. Yippee, what if I increase the physics? I'm just trying to make myself look more professional and more rich like that. But I feel like if I move around too much, the audio quality is a bit weird. What do you think? Because like if I'm facing this way, obviously it's going to sound worse than if I'm facing this way. Is that why people have like the ones that like you can move around with them on those like wire thingies? Okay, that's surely too much, right? I don't know. Maybe that's too much. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's too much. What do we think? Is this too much movement? Because I know there are people who use like way too much all the time, and it really bothers me. I think this is a bit too much. I think, but it does make it easy for me to bounce around without actually have to move in too much. Well, I don't know how to explain it. Like those things that stick out and then they attach on an angle, and all the rich gamer dudes have them, and I am putting mine into a box right now. Because I'm downstairs, so my setup's slightly different, which means I don't get to look up and see my ukiyo. Instead, I just have to look at myself in like the screen and see the pillow, and that's the closest ukiyo I'm gonna get, and it's really sad, but I'm ukiyoless. We can never have free ukiyo merchandise, can we? No, we cannot. But I am getting like secondhand stuff for ukiyo-ish at some point. And I also plan to get some Muffin merch. Because I was like, I can't just be a Muffin fan without having any Muffin merch. And then I looked at the price, and you know, obviously small things add up. Like they were all really cheap each. They're like $6, which is pretty good compared to like buying a regular keychain here would be like $17 because it's ridiculous for no reason. So $6 each, I was like, yeah. And then I had to take so many out of my card because they end up costing like $100. I'm like, never mind. And I got it down to like 20, so you know that's okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm conflicted on too much movement. Okay, maybe we'll move it down just a bit because like 50 is default from reason. How about 85? I think that's like bearable. It looks bouncy, but like not like her neck is breaking off. Don't think it distracts enough to lose focus, so let's keep it as it is. I do think 90 is like probably a bit too much, but that's also because I'm like moving around to make it seem more. Because if I just talk normally, it's like, hi. Is this boring? Okay, now that I see the comparison, that does seem boring. Because I was always like, no way moving around actually matters that much. Because, you know, I'm just 2D. So it doesn't really matter if your 2D waifu moves an extra centimeter. But like now that I see the comparison compared to just be like, hello, so today I went to the zoo. I can see that I haven't been to the zoo in a while. See, this is the yapping group. How we talk about zoos. Anyway, I also have toast here. So would you like some toast ASMR? It's not even crunchy because I like my toast more like bread. Like if there's a setting from 1 to 7, 1 being like nothing, 7 being just burned, my mum would put it on like 3 and I put it on like 1. Oh, but if I do this, you can see my bug arms. No! Okay. Yufu, shrink. Shrink, baby girl. There we go. No more bug arms. But also, now I'm at the bottom of the screen and I look tiny. What if we increase my body size? Growing. The ukiyo to Yufu ratio is ridiculous. There is so much ukiyo here. So, have you guys had any cool dreams? Anything interesting, fascinating, worth mentioning? Has anyone won the lottery? And would anyone like to donate that lottery winning to me? Maybe not all of it, maybe just like 99%, you know? I think I could do with 99%. You know, I'm not being too greedy, but you know, sometimes you just need to buy some Ukyo merch. I'm trying to remember what else happened in my life. I feel like sometimes this happened especially a while ago. I was streaming too much, especially like near debut, I think it was. And it was like 5 times a week, and I was like literally running out of things to talk about because I had already yapped about everything. So I hope that's not the issue now, because it is holiday, so I'm not really like going out into the world and, you know, talking to people, doing things. I'm just kind of sitting here and drawing for like 12 hours straight, ridiculously. Small loan of $1 million. Okay, it's not really a loan. It's like a just give it to me. So I can pay off like 60 houses. You can't even pay off a house with $1 million these days, can you? This is ridiculous. I hate the economy. Was it the good old days? Did you like hanging around for the good old days? Because I know you guys do like watching stuff. But as someone who doesn't watch streams, I don't understand the appeal, personally. Like, of course I'll do it because, you know, it's what I got myself into. I did. It was like for a month or something, or maybe not that long. But like, it is holiday now, so in theory I could. But like, I already ran out of things to say after like 3 days. So like, I'm running out of conversation topics. Maybe I just need to talk to people more. But then isn't that ironic, talking to people more? So I can talk to people more about the things the other people have talked to me about. But I did. Would you come 5 times a week? Because I know these times I'm like, oh, I'm not growing. I'm not becoming a plant and growing into a tree. Plants, do plants? Anyway. In my mind, I was thinking of a flower that magically turned into a tree. I used to think that. I used to think flowers would turn into trees as a kid. I thought that was like evolution, you know? You know how like a seed turns into a flower? I thought it would then grow into a tree. You know, I thought that's how evolution worked for trees. I never know myself. My past life had to do 4 times a week. It was like written down in the... They say contract, but it was more like a verbal agreement. Like, yeah, I guess I'll do that. So that's why it was 4 times. But now it's like, well... I making thumbnails sucks. Graphic design is not my passion. But like paying people is not my passion either. So I just do it all myself. Which is why a lot of the thumbnails probably look very similar, because I'm just using the same templates that I made again and again. Yeah, there's drama. There's always drama with those past life, and I don't like them. You know, there's now plagiarism. Plagiarizing things that their past talents had done for them. So we like that. 3's the sweet spot? Yeah, I agree. But I feel like if you wanted to actually grow, you'd have to do like 5 a week at least. And you'd have to do like 4 hours at least each time. Obviously, I don't have the stamina for that. Because literally after an hour and a half, you see my... Or even just after an hour, you see me being like... and then the tree... You see, I like my speech. If you were to measure the beginning like words per minute to the end words per minute, the end is like way slower because my brain is just turned off. Maybe that's why we need 10-minute breaks. So then my brain wouldn't turn off. But then I feel bad leaving you guys for 10 minutes. What's your opinion on that? Would you prefer like a 5-minute break and then like the energy you see so far at like 2 minutes time, 2 hours through? Or like a 10-minute break and then potentially there'd be more energy? Potentially, maybe not. Maybe it's because I just don't have enough sugar in my soul. Maybe it's because I eat before my first hour and then I don't eat my second hour. Maybe my dopamine is just depleting. Oh, which kind of reminds me, you know how I mentioned I had like dopamine issues because I killed myself reading too much, like looking at scrolling media too much. I set a time limit for my tita to 40 minutes because, you know, 40 minutes is fine. I have friends who do like 20 minutes like max social media use all day. So I'm like, that is redonkulous. So I was like, okay, 40 minutes is an okay spot to start, you know. I woke up and I was like, you have 5 minutes left. Because I was up too late, like early morning, looking at Twitter. It was ridiculous. And I put my Discord at like 2 hours, because, you know, I can't be on 2 hours on my phone Discord for that long. Like, I also have laptop Discord. My phone Discord, 2 hours? Surely I don't spend that long. As soon as I turned on, it's like, well, you've reached your limit. So I'm like, okay, well, if you say so. 10 should be good? Okay, we'll try 10, and then we'll see if my energy increases. If it doesn't, then we're just doomed, you know. I guess we're just doomed. How do I do that 6-hour birthday one? I don't know. Maybe it's task switching. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I need to, like, change what I'm doing every hour, rather than do the same thing. But I kind of do task switch when I like change between singing and drawing, right? Anyway, you know, I could yap about my art and just show off my art real quick. But there is this event that Ellie's hosting. I think it should be for Valentine's Day, and like on Valentine's there will be these adopts, like character adopts, and it's kind of like a gacha thing. You pay to choose an egg, I believe. Choose an egg. And the egg's like designed based on like the actual character design, and then you get to keep the character. Easy peasy. So I spent like 4 hours on it yesterday. So now I'm low-key attached to her because she's really cute, and I also named her just to make things worse. But of course, if you get her, you can rename her. And I cannot show her because, you know, it is meant to be a secret Valentine's thing, you know, secret thing, you know. I keep forgetting to move around. We need to show. We need to make it like Coco Melon and way too addictive for the eyeballs. So if I keep moving around, surely people stick around longer. But like if I move this way, then the audio sounds worse than this, and it bothers me, you know, it bothers me. But like, oh, I feel like this movement isn't very natural. If I just randomly bounce around, that's okay. Well, whatever. Okay, if I say if I look up every time I say maybe that's how it goes, like and then I feel like a bird now. For those dance, I saw a Vtuber put like Subway Surfers attached to their heads the whole time. I feel like that would make me watch someone long if they had Subway Surfers on their heads. I could do that. But the dancing fruit are funny. I wish they had like actual songs, like fruit songs to it, not just like random beats. So then I could sing it, and I could make a Yufu fruit version. Because I think it would be funny to have a Yufu fruit version. I don't know what you think, but that's what I think. And I think that is correct. And that heart is very cute. You guys should spam hearts. Thank you. Okay. But it is really cute. Whenever I see it, I'm like, my kokoro! So cute. What was I yapping about? There was something, but now I completely forgot it. Anyway, let me show you the art that I've been working on then. Let me just check to make sure I have, in fact, closed the right file. Hello! Welcome in. How should I call you? Was it Kyrie? Kai, hi? Hello! Yes, welcome to the Yufu stream. I was about to show off the art I've been doing recently, but I just need to check to make sure I'm not, like, showing anything I shouldn't be showing. Because, you know, secret projects. Ta-jam! Okay, so this is the one we did for Rotten Girl quite a while ago. You know, that's coming out. The mix will be done on the 14th, so the members will get to hear that on the 14th. It probably won't be officially released till, like, the week after, because I need to put out the Valentine's Wrigglewood one. So, yippee! That's the Bossa Nova thing with the 26 wrigglers. Like, Carrie, is that right? Is that how I do it? But I do like the cover. I don't know if we're going to use this for the thumbnail. I did make an updated version. Did I show you guys the updated version with, like, a background and stuff? But, like, I'm really bad at background, so it's, like, really scuffed. I'm not sure if I want to use it for, like, the thumbnail or anything. Maybe I just won't use it at all. I forgot I need to keep moving around. Let me see if I can find it. If I can't find it, then that sucks for us. Okay, I found it. The Lord said, told the child to give in a sin. Carrie? Okay, thank you. I will remember that. You will remember that. But this is the one I had the idea for, like, the thumbnail. Do you think it's better to have this thumbnail or just the original? Let me see if I can get up the original picture. I feel like the original picture is better. Confessions of I spelled confession wrong. Of a shopaholic. What is that? Of a rotten girl. Okay. Because I feel like the original image is really iconic, but maybe it's good to be, like, different from the crowd, you know? So that's the one I drew, but then this is... Ooh. Grow like a tree. That's the original art. I feel like the original stands out, like, a lot more. But then my one is, like, obviously more customized. So I'm conflicted. I'm not sure which one I prefer. I mean, we could try both of them with, like, the multi-thumbnail thing. That works. No, what did I do? Mate. You didn't see nothing. You're actually blind. I actually made you guys blind myself. I kind of stabbed you in the eyeballs 52 times. Okay, I'm sorry. And then we have this one I did before. You know, I started doing, like, a softer shading thing. I was really happy with how it was looking until, like, today I saw, like, a sketchy kind of style for shading again. Like, kind of more like what I used to do. And I was like, I want to do that again. So I'm conflicted. I don't know if I want to do, like, a pastel clean style or, like, a sketchy Like, my color palettes are completely different as well. Like, it's either, like, these soft colors or, like, the more... Kind of like the colors Soman uses, right? Otherwise, I use, like, more gray-toned colors a lot. And, like, those two palettes are completely different, obviously. But, like... Oh, it always switches between them. You'll probably, like, be able to see in my art. It's like, oh, you go from here to there to here to there. Yeah, you were blind 52 times. I'm sorry about that, but... That is how it is. Sometimes you just have to be blind to truly see what's important in your life. Was that a cool line, or was that just really cringy? Impressive, boy. Thank you. I did fight for my life with this. I have like... Let me remove her bun. Like, that face looks wrong. That's why I covered it up. And then that face looks wrong. And 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 I tried so many faces. So, yeah, that's why I just covered up her mouth. Because, you know, if you cover up the mouth, it's clear enough. The one I'm using here. Kore? Hi! Kore wa ukyo desu. And I have 4 arms because I'm a bug. But we're gonna hide that I'm secretly a bug by moving me down. But it is a body pillow here. Because it's of Ukyo. And Ukyo is my favorite right now. And hopefully forever. And this is one of the commissions I'm doing. I think it's done, but like I haven't set it through because I just want to do some like final checks. Because you know, when you see it with like new fresh eyes, and sometimes you're like, wow, actually it sucks. So then you have to like redo everything. But maybe it looks good. Maybe I like it. So maybe I would just set it as is. My favorite thing at the moment doing with art is like adding the screen tones. You see like all these dots on here? Ooh, when you zoom in, you can tell it's really messy, and that's why I don't get good scores for art things. But I do think the dots add a lot to it. Like, it looks a lot cuter with the dots, right? Very considerate of me. I know. I always make sure to like check a few hours later or like a few days later. Let me see if I have the... Like, without it, it looks a lot more boring. But if you add it with it, it's like, oh, the cuteness factor. It rises. It rises. Very cute. Thank you. I can't draw men that aren't chibis very well, so that's why I'm promoting just the chibis. And what was this one? Oh, so you know the Wang milk drink thing? Cuteness, yeah, I know. This is very... Because my friend had suddenly, Shinji I keep mentioning, had started talking about this character, this Wang Milk character, and how her OC was drawn as this character a trillion bajillion times. So I'm like, you know, I could do that. I could do it. This is scary, but it's also beautiful. It's like scary and beautiful. You know, put them together, it's scarootiful. Creating words. That is my passion. And then finally the art I was planning to do today, but you know, I was bored this morning, so I started it already. Cute and scary indeed. I think it's beautiful. And I really wish I could show the art I did, the chibi one, because I really like her. Let me look at her real quick. But I'm not allowed to show her. I kind of wish though, like projects, like, you know, casual projects. I do like joining casual projects, but I also like doing projects that get finished. And a lot of the times I don't trust personal projects to get finished. And I was even making up a parody song. Wait, let me see if I can get the lyrics. Did I save a photo of this? It's the Hano Hoshi o Kazoete. But it's based on characters not sending in their lines. People sending in their lines. I wrote it down here. Hello, will you please just kill me now? Vocal only please if you don't send your stupid vocals in. Hello, call me sadness, that is right. Every time you miss deadlines, I want to come in and strangle you. Because I'm mad. You know, especially when it's like, okay, the art deadline is this point. And then you don't have all the deadline stuff, right? Yeah, it's love life based on the hello, will you please just kill me now? I swore that I never ever do this to myself again. Hello, that was such a funny joke. Every time you ask me to be your stuff, I will say yes, hello. The CB one, but I was like one based on knocking the lines. You've cringe English cover? Okay, you should send it to me. I don't want to hear that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Projects that don't like when they. It's happened so many times. It's like, okay, so the thing is due here, but you don't have all the information, and we're not going to tell you what all the information is in. When all the information does come in, they don't ping you, and then you end up starting late. I'm salty. I'm sorry. I'm just slightly salty. I know it's just a casual project, just for fun, but it is kind of annoying when you've like scheduled it in your mind, because like once I schedule something in my mind, it's like not movable. I'm not flexible with time at all. See, if in my brain I've like, okay, I've got this on this day, I've got this on this day, I've got this on this day. I can't do 2 things a day because I might explode. Like on days when I have multiple things, I get like overwhelmed. So I try and schedule just like 1 thing a day. Like stream that takes up the entire day, you know. But if it's at the end of the day, you know, then I can force myself to do 2 things. Low soul capacity, exactly. Yeah. I'm glad you understand. So if I've scheduled it for a date, like during a date in my brain, if stuff gets moved around, my brain kind of short circuits for a sec. I don't have to like reorganize everything, but it's fine. You know, I have not missed a deadline. I think. At least not without telling them like, oh, I'll be a few days late. But I've always followed those deadlines I set for myself. You know, Coco told me I was a star student for sending my cheers in like a month early because I'm actually the best. Anyway, Coco's birthday's coming up, and so is Kat's birthday coming up soon. Oh, I went to check my Chibi, and then I saw there was drama. That's so funny. Anyway. Past life drama. I knew she was sketchy. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So this is what we were gonna draw. This guy, I didn't know this character, so I did have to search it out. Yeah, I know. You know, I have trust issues for a reason. Like, I am really good at telling if someone's not trustworthy. If it feels wrong from the start, it's gonna stay wrong. And I always know. There has never been a time when I've been wrong, when someone's sketchy has not turned out to be sketchy. That has never happened. So if you ever need me to check on someone, if you get like a girlfriend, you want me to like check out if they're a bit weird, if maybe they're gonna murder you and like take you to a McDonald's across the street, or like to a party and they say it's like work colleagues, or like a high school reunion and they're all actually like 90,000 years old and it's really sketchy, I will be that person to be like, psst, psst. So this isn't actually a party. They're actually here to like sell you. So you should scram. And if she still calls you after, block and run and report to the police and go. Because I was watching Scary Stories and that was one of the stories. Basically, this guy found a girlfriend and she invited him to this place. And then all these people just kept asking him way too many questions. And instead of like, oh, how are you? It's like, what's your mother's name? What's your father's name? How many pets do you have? And they were all like really personal, like blah, blah, blah. At this point in time, blah, blah, blah. And they're all really personal. And that's not what you do to like people you meet for the first time or like friends of a friend. And he was like, this is sketchy. So he goes to the bathroom to like take a break from everyone because, you know, that is stressful and ridiculous and sketchy, first of all. And this person like knocks on the door and they're like, where do you think you are? Did this person bring you? This isn't what you think it is. You should leave. So of course he just ran out of there. But there are also other scary stories. I'm yapping. It's been like half an hour and I'm still yapping. Okay, anyway, we're gonna keep yapping. And this other story was this person getting offered to buy, like, he was looking for a phone for cheap, and he found this one person. They're like, okay, let's meet in front of the police station. And you know, if you're ever gonna do trades in person, do it in front of a police station, because that is good. If they try and scam you, you know, do in fact go to the police and like go in front of the police office, you know, whatever. So he's like, yeah, sure, that seems smart. And then it turns out this person was broken down the side of the road, and then they had to go to the side of the road instead, you know, which is sketchy. So they did that, but they didn't want to like stop because they knew it was sketchy. He was with a friend who was like, oh yeah, I'll go with you if you buy me food, you know, which is legit. If you're gonna go take me somewhere sketchy, you at least better get me food, you know, whatever. So they go past that area. They weren't gonna stop at the side of the road because that was kind of sketchy, so they just drove through to check by. And then they immediately got a message on the phone. It's like, you saw me, why'd you stop? And they, why didn't you stop? And they didn't respond. They just left. They, you know, because that's scary. I'm not stopping in the middle of nowhere to pick up a phone, like in the dark. So obviously they just went. And they decided to just stop at like a diner or whatever, you know, to, you know, give her the food that she deserved for coming on this trip. And then that same guy comes into the diner and is like, hi, honey. To that person working there? She's like, oh, we gotta get out of here. So they immediately were like, okay, we just like the bill. We just wanted coffee. We didn't actually want the food. Don't worry, we're just gonna leave now. I'm like, oh, something wrong? He's like, yeah, no, it's fine. We're just going. And the guy follows them out. So they just get in the car and like speed. But then it's like, oh, your tire pressure is running low really quickly because they like slashed the tire or whatever. It's a scary story for today. No, I do, but I also literally have the worst memory ever that I don't remember any stories except the ones I've recently listened to. But scary stories are like really interesting. It's, you know, it makes drawing more fun when you're like scared or feeling despair or just some strong emotion. Because I like strong emotions, even if they're negative emotions. This is why I have issues. What was I talking about? Yeah, they did get away eventually, but like they had to stop and change the tire, and somehow they magically got out alive, which is good for them, you know. I'm proud of them. But you know, my least favorite stories are when there's like someone in the house, because like you think your house is your safe space, but once you realize that it's not, then you can't feel safe anywhere, right? Like if you can't go home to relax, where do you go? Because if someone would spy on you at home, they would in fact spy on you outside. Like, you could stay with a friend, you know? That's probably the best thing you could do if someone's, like, stalking you, right? And if they were in your house, you would just stay with a friend the whole time. Preferably a friend that, like, lived a bit far away. Because, like, if they're on the same street, there's, like, no point, okay? Don't stay with your friend that's on the same street. You would go stay with your friend that's, like, half an hour away, for example. And don't take your car. Maybe they know what your car is. Take the bus. Or maybe it's more dangerous to go out. Like, walking to a bus station. Okay. Have someone else drive you to their friend's house. And then go with your friend in their car. Always. Okay, don't always beat them up. Because aren't there, like, some things where... I think I heard this. I don't think this is a thing in Australia, but... This person came into this other person's house to rob them. And they got beaten up. And, like, the person trying to rob them... was able to successfully sue the person who beat them up. Even though there's, like, obvious trespassing and stuff. So, depending on where you live, don't always beat up the person sneaking into your house. I always, you know, do you ever scare yourself because you're bored? I'm still yapping. I should just change it back to chatting. This is so silly. Hello, we're yapping. Oh, what was I talking about? Or does it look better if it looks like I'm being productive? But do you ever... Right, and self-protection? Yeah, but apparently that doesn't always work. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, do you ever scare yourself because you're bored? And you're like, what if there was someone in my house right now? Where would they be sitting? Or sleeping? Or hiding? How would they get the kitchen knife? I used to have a friend who was like really paranoid and would like sleep with keys or whatever, so she could like grab the keys and dig them into someone's skin if they were like sneaking up on her in the middle of the night. I think that's going a bit far, right? Like I don't think she lived in a especially dangerous place. Like it's more dangerous than my place, but like it's still pretty chill, I think. But she was also the type of person to like walk around with like holding the keys in a specific way so that like a blade would always be up. I think that's a bit much. And I also saw like a tweet of these other people being like, you sleep with a knife, you're stupid every night except one night. And I'm like, yeah, but like you're stupid a lot of nights if you're sleeping with a knife. You know, I feel bad sleeping near, like with scissors on the table next to me. Because like what if stupid me in my sleep picks it up and puts it in my bed? Like maybe I'm trying to reach over for a glass of water and I accidentally drop the scissors onto my bed. What if I accidentally cut myself in my sleep? No, I could not sleep with a knife. Absolutely not. But I could sleep with an ukyo. You know, in my bed. Pry bar? I didn't even know that was a word. So I'm googling up like pry bar versus crowbar. Scissors into a glass of water classic? Okay, I don't... use glasses of water that much. I just use a bottle way too much that I probably don't clean enough, which is really sad. Bro, I keep getting so many people know me as that girl who always brings water bottles, and so from that they buy me water bottles. So I really am becoming the girl with water bottles because people keep thinking I like water bottles, so they keep buying me water bottles, and now I have like 20 of them. So do I just switch between my water bottles all the time? Like, I'm never gonna run out of water, you know? That's good. What if I just had like, I filled up like 9 in the morning, and then I didn't have to like refill any of them during the day. I could just switch to the next water bottle, switch to the next water bottle. I feel like that's a way to make me even lazier. But you know, a lazy person is not lazy at the start. They get all their bottles filled so that they can be lazy the rest of the day. But who doesn't like water? I know there's some people who don't like water, especially like the people who are, I don't want to say addicted, but like the people who only drink soft drink. Because I saw, I've mentioned this so many times, a TikTok of this mother who filled, you know those like water fountain kind of things where you like press the button and the water comes out? They had one of those in their son's bedroom, except instead of water, it was like energy drink, and I thought that was insane. That is bad. That is permissive parenting, actually. I think that's what it's called. Permissive parenting. Where they don't care enough. Wait, yes they do. Wait, no, that's not right. Where they care, but they have no control. So high warmth, low control. Which is bad. You know, you want authoritative parenting. I can teach you guys psych, and you, even if you don't like this, you're gonna learn about parental psych because it came to my mind and I learned it again yesterday. I was thinking about it. Okay, so basically there are two things. We have warmth. Obviously you want high warmth in a parent. And then you have like control. Okay, and then we have like 4 quadrants. High warmth and high control is authoritative. So this is the kind of parent that's like, oh yeah, you can go hang out with your friends, but you have to be back by 10, okay? Which makes sense. They let you do things, but not always. Like they have to put barriers. What's the word? Boundaries? Yes. On the control. Yeah, like it makes sense when you think about it, but you never would have thought about it as like a warm cold thing beforehand. But when you see it as a warm cold thing, you're like, that does check out. That, yeah. And then we have authoritarian. I hope I'm getting this mixed up. If I have any of these wrong, just let me know in chat or comment if you watch this like 10 years later. Like, oh, she was not a good psych student. She shouldn't have degreed. She shouldn't have graduated with a good degree. Anyway, authoritarian is like, no, you can never go out. I don't trust your friends. Your friends are terrible. Stay home. So, I believe this is permissive. Actually, I'm gonna Google these real quick. What, animal ears? I don't know what these are. Are these bear ears? I just chose them because they were cute. So I think they are bear ears. I don't know. I always liked bears. But like, I never really liked bears. Wait, is it dumb that I started liking bears more after playing Pure Fiore? And they were like panda bears, and she got a panda, and it was so cute. And then he murders the panda because, you know, he's actually a really bad person. Okay, parenting style. I hope you like the random psych lesson because I like giving you random psych lessons. Okay, they've named them in different ways. Okay, permissive. It is permissive, and then the other one's uninvolved. Okay, there we go, uninvolved. I was correct, though. Yeah, hello. Welcome. I am suddenly, talking about psychology and parenting styles. Because I'm kind of burnt out from drawing, so it's like, okay, we're suddenly going to learn about parenting styles. But yes, how are you? If I had to choose between cat or bear, I think I would choose bear, actually. I know cats are, like, my favorite animal, but, like, I feel like there are so many cat girls, and I'm just tired of seeing cat girls. Does that make sense? Like, I still like cat girls, but I'd rather see a bear girl. You know, personally. And I am trying this new thing of, like, moving my model around more, so it's, like, more interesting to watch, rather than just me being, like, permissive, authoritarian. But, like, being like, whoa! Hello, I can move my body! Doing good, that's good to hear. I'm doing good as well. I have toast next to me, so that's always a good sign. I am kind of sleepy though, so I'm not sure how long this stream will be, but I've already been yapping instead of drawing for like an hour, so we'll see. Yeah, we're doing random psych lesson. So basically, let me re-go over these real quick. Authoritative is like high warmth, high control. So basically, it's like, oh, I love you. Yes, you can do what you want to do, but But I did drop my toast the last time. But it's like when it's like, oh, you can go out, hang out with your friends, that's fine, but come back by 10. You need to put clear boundaries for your kids so they're not staying up till like 3 a.m. at a friend's house, because you know that can be sketchy. And yes, I did drop my toast. I was walking to uni in the rain, sending people Mickey Mouse impressions, you know, as you do. And I dropped my toast into the rain. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I did get bread when I got there, but it made me sad. But basically, that's authoritative. Should I write the descriptions here? Okay, you can go out, but be back by 10 p.m. for example. That sound good? Okay. Authoritarian is like low warmth and high control. So that's very you cannot go out. I don't trust your friends. Like, it's not just like, how do you spell friends? There we go. It's not just like high control, it's also low warmth. And then there's permissive, which is what I was talking about before, but I literally don't remember why I was talking about it, but I feel like I was talking about permissive parenting before. And it's like, yeah, let's drink alcohol. Like, let's drink all night. And like, obviously don't say that to your like 14-year-old kid, but a permissive parent might do that. They've got like high warmth, they care a lot about their kid and about their kid's happiness, and you know, but they don't have like much control over their kid, and they don't really like try to control. You love how it's on the husband? I agree, you know, I like just looking at the screen being like, oh, that is my husband. I do like him. He is very, very pretty, you know. Maybe I find a way, like, what's it called, capture card, to get like the Switch stuff onto the screen, and then I could play the fan discs for you guys. Obviously I would only do the Ukyo stuff. You guys are only gonna know the game by Ukyo and the characters that like appear for tiny moments in Ukyo's roots. You know, he's so pretty, and like with his kimono or yukata I mean, you know, he's so pretty. Anyway, back to Psych. Background as crown in the clouds. Beautiful, beautiful. Uninvolved is low warmth, low control. This is kind of what you imagine when you think of like the typical abusive parent. It's like, I don't care, do whatever. And there we go. We have the 4 parenting styles. Obviously, they're gonna, like, especially like the uninvolved, is gonna lead to like, oh, probably the permissive as well. And the authoritarian. Yeah. Basically everything but authoritative is gonna give you attachment issues. Oh, do we want to talk about attachments? Okay, so there are three things of attachment basically. So we have avoidant, we have secure, and we have anxious. There we go. Do you like the psych lessons? Good, you should. Okay, so basically, secure attachment obviously is the right, like not the right, but like the most common, I think, and the one that leads to like better results growing up. It's not saying that like if you have avoidant or anxious attachment style, it's gonna like ruin you forever, because personally I do have an anxious attachment style, which is stupid, but whatever. So we're gonna talk about that. Avoidant attachment is like maybe when your parents didn't really like help you out as a kid, you know, like if you asking for help, they were like, don't ask me, for example. Maybe they were tired, maybe they had their own issues, maybe they were working on finances or whatever and couldn't like personally help you, but you start to learn not to trust people, not to go to people for help. Does that make sense? Like, it does make sense. Like, if you tried to ask people for help and they didn't help you, you were like, well, I guess there's not really a point to going out and asking people to help me. So you're very like working on your own and not really relying on people. So that's the avoidant style, which can lead to troubles, but, you know, we can work on it. We can work on it. It does make sense. It does. What do you mean? Is it that obvious? But anxious is kind of... Jokes. I'm Googling. Wait. I forgot. Anxious attachment style. How did this develop again? Wait, am I getting these mixed up? Wait, mate. I just get anxious kind of daily. Yeah, me too. That's completely fine though. That's completely fine. But if it's like really impacting your life, I do recommend seeing someone about that. Not being like you need to see a therapist. Like genuinely, it is pretty good to see a therapist. You know, I have seen a therapist. But if it's out of budget, there are usually like ones you can go to with like school if you're in school, uni if you're in uni, just like health resources and stuff. Like. You know what's so funny? I didn't really realize working on mental health is more like it really is work. It's like you have to practice. They're more there for like support, like a gym instructor kind of thing. And it's like they can't fix you, but they can encourage you and like give you tips. That's kind of what it's like, right? So I don't know why there's stigma for therapists, but not like gym trainers. You know, I feel like they're pretty similar personally. It was avoidant I was talking about, but I might have been talking about it wrong. I forgot how they both like come to be. But basically, if you're avoidant, you don't really like go out and get help because you feel like there's no point. Anxious is, I know for one part, it's like I think anxious is when your parent is kind of inconsistent with parenting. Sometimes they'll be really warm and help you out, and sometimes they won't at all. So you kind of learn that it kind of works if you cling on to them. Because avoidant, you learn there's no point. But in anxious, it's like, it kind of works. You know, you might as well keep trying. The resilient child. You might as well keep trying. So then you are, like, worried about people, like, leaving. Because maybe in the past, your parents did, like, leave or, like, didn't give the attention, you know. So, there we go. Anxious and secure is obviously the ideal. Where parenting did pretty good, you know. And you grow up pretty good. And you're, like, insecure and stuff. So... Anyway, that I don't know, I feel like these two things are pretty interesting for me. I do like knowing about parenting styles. I literally don't remember anything about development styles and how babies develop. But I did see my preschool book. I saw like a preschool book. I was looking for my documents yesterday because I need to get like a police check. Not because I did anything sketchy, but like to apply for stuff for uni or whatever. And I saw like a book from preschool, and it basically said like, oh, these are the development check marks, like motor control, and it's like Yufu has mastered this. But to be fair, I was like 5 years old at that point. It was like a 3 to 4 year old, and I was like almost 5. So obviously, well, not obviously, but like it's good that I passed all these milestones for growth. And you know what was so funny? There was a thing that it's like, oh, she drew something that she liked. Let me just draw you what it kind of looked like. It was like, except obviously a lot wonkier because I had worse motor control, and it was kind of like this. And it was like, this is something Yufu likes, and it had like in quotes what I had personally said about it, and I was like, a person with a big body. So I guess 5-year-old me likes people with big bodies, you know. So if I end up marrying someone with a big body, I'm gonna be like, well, you know, 5-year-old me foretold the future. Isn't that cute? We were fated to be. Though I feel like I could have maybe been drawing my dad, because in the next one I drew my family, and my dad also had like this huge belly. Wait, how did I do the heads? Was it like that? But I didn't say it that he specifically had a huge body, and he wasn't even like, he's never been fat in real life. He's been like really like more slim. So I don't know why I drew that. Maybe it's because I learned, like, because I remember knowing there were like stereotypes of like, you know, a man was bigger than like the wife, who was bigger than the child, and that's kind of probably what I drew, you know, based on like size like that. Which, you know, doesn't quite make sense. You know, 5-year-old me would have been so impressed with how slay I'm drawing the, not that one. How slay I'm drawing these days. The Lord say I told that child, don't give it a sin. It's driving me crazy. And the eyes to forsake me still something shit with it. Anyway, motor control, my beloved. Okay, do we have any more yapping topics, or do I bring out more psych stuff? That one, what do you mean? This one. I do like how they turned out. You know, they're looking at each other like, do we do it? Do we do it? I think we do it. I think we do commit some crimes. I didn't say that publicly. You know, if there's any crimes committed by someone called Yufu, it's not me. I promise it's not me. Okay. If I'm on the news for robbing 17 banks, that's not me. Even if all the data seems to align, even if it's like, yep, she lives in this area, yep, that's the closest bank, yep, she has blah, 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 blah. No, you found my DNA, you were wrong. That's not my DNA. You can't prove it's my DNA, even with a DNA test. Your things are faulty and I can prove it because I have the best lawyer called Limbo from Buster Phillips. Are they skipping for sure? Exactly. Wait, let me drink some water. Okay, I do like babbling about psych stuff, even though it's kind of sad, I think, but it is interesting topics, so let me see if I can find more. What's the unit I just did? It was, oh, personality units disorders was pretty interesting. I am interested in personality disorders, but like, that's not that surprising considering I play so much otoge. And there was that one meme, it's like, how to create an otoge man. It's like men's fashion magazine. Wow, I can't read. Can't brains. Men's fashion magazine. And the DSM-5, which is the manual for criteria for mental health illnesses and stuff. I have heard of Love in Deep Space. I don't know much about it. I do see it like a lot on Twitter because everyone's always been like, oh, he's so pretty. And I'm like, yeah, he is. But just from the little bits I know, I did like Raph, you know, Raphael, is it? He's cute. He is cute. He gives me very cat vibes. And I do unsurprisingly like cats. Who's your fave? Ooh, we could talk about cultural dimensions. No, I don't. Maybe not. Not too super interested in cultural dimensions. Dispositional characteristic adaptations. Evolutionary psych. Do you guys know the 5-factor model? Because if you guys have heard of like personality testing and especially 16 personalities things, I've mentioned this before, but the 16 personality things, like there's a thing that puts you into like MBTI, right? That is not scientifically backed up. MBTI is a no-no. Like it's still fun to do and I still like the memes, but it's not like a proper like scientific way of studying personality. But I do like the memes. But my personality through MBTI has changed basically on my mood. And that's kind of like a criticism of it. It changes based on your mood. So I could literally be anything depending on my mood. Any of the 16 I've been before. So yeah, don't... if you want a proper one, don't use this. But if you want it for fun, feel free to use it. The 5 UFO model. Okay. Let me tell you about the 5-factor model though. It has, surprisingly, 5 factors. They also call like the ocean model. So you can remember it. O is for openness. C is for how do you spell conscientiousness? Help me. Well, there we go. Conscientiousness. Hello, Cosmo. Welcome. I was gonna draw, and then I started yapping, and then I started talking about psych stuff. So we are currently talking about the 5-factor model of personality. Because personality testing is interesting, and you'd love to know how open you are, or how conscientious, right? But yes, how are you? The E is for extroversion, which we all know extroversion, you know. But do we really know extroversion? People usually are like, oh, if you're extroverted, you like talking to people. If you're introverted, you don't like talking to people. It's not exactly like that, right? Extroversion is like you gain energy from talking to people. You might not particularly like talking to people. And the opposite might be true. So you might be an introvert. You might love talking to people. You might want to do it all day. But your social battery dies in like 2 hours, for example. You know? I think I am... Wait. I was gonna say extrovert. I think I am an extrovert, actually. But I don't like talking to people. that sounds bad. I do like talking to some people. Hello, cool, thanks. Hello. We are talking about personality psychology now. And the 5-factor model, also known as the ocean model, because the factors start with O-C-E-A-N. And basically, I was just mentioning extroversion. It's not like extroverts like talking to people, introverts don't like talking to people. It's like where your energy comes from. Like, I am an extrovert, so I gain energy talking to people. But I don't especially like talking to people. It sounds really bad, but I guess it depends on the person. If I had a choice to just randomly go out and talk to a stranger, I probably would say no. But if I did, I would have energy. So it is interesting like that. Oh, I don't remember Long Tail at all. And I don't know the other names you mentioned, but I will draw just a little fire paw for you. But I'm bad at drawing cats, so not my forte, but here we go. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. Wait. What about long cat fire paw? What about like... Whee! There we go. What do you think? Ooh, I don't know what a cleaner strip is, but I'm gonna go back to my psychology stuff in a bit. So, you know... Oh, how do you pronounce his name? Is it Javier? I do hear a lot about Zane, but honestly I keep forgetting he exists. You know, I keep forgetting he exists. I mess him up with like the new guy as well. Was it Caleb or something? They're such interesting names. I'm surprised none of them are like Chinese. It is a Chinese game, isn't it? They are all so pretty though. They are so pretty. Okay. A is for agreeableness. You know, we could do... How do you spell agreeable? We could do a personality test live on stream and you could just see how neurotic I am. Neuroticism is like, kind of like emotional stability, you know? If you get like sad really easily or angry really easily, you'd probably have a higher neuroticism score. I know for a fact I do have like ridiculously high neuroticism already, so there's that. But do you guys want to see me do a personality one? Yes or yes? Ah, da, 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 da. Yes or yes? What do you think? Okay. Maybe I'll try it. If I go here and then I get up 5-factor personality test. Has the ocean acronym to make it more easy? Yeah, it does make it more easy to remember by. That's the main thing. I wonder if Trudy, if it makes me pay for the results, I'm gonna fight someone. But okay, we can do that. I sure hope I'm not doxing my... No, I closed the page! Wait, no, that would totally dox myself if I kept that one open. Okay, I'm gonna close some stuff real quick. Closing some pages. You didn't see nothing. Closing some ads. Okay. If I then go here, and then I go not there, and then I go here. No, then I go here. No, wrong one. Okay, never mind. Mate. Oh, hello. Now you can see everything ever. My tragic setup. I have my stuff here, that I have my chat here, but it is what it is. And then we go here, and then we go F11. There we go. What do you think of the ocean? No, I wonder if that showed up. Did that show up? Okay, I think you can see that, right? So I shall go on about my personality. Plus we draw a pillow that looks like a bottle. Like a bottle-shaped pillow. Or a pillow with like a bottle on. Like a ducky makura, but like you're like, oh, who's your hot guy on the ducky makura? Actually, it's just a pillow. A bottle. Showed up? Okay, that's good. I will do this personality quiz then. And you guys can do it along with me if you want to. I'm doing it on the Truity site. I don't know if it makes you pay to see your results. So if it does, we can just cry. Ads, please stop. I don't care about you. You know, you're kind of stinky. Yeah, so let's just go. I accept people the way they are. I feel like, as much as I want to say yes, I do very I can fix them. I'd like to say I accept people. Like, I guess it depends on my mood. Generally, if I'm meeting someone for the first time, I'll be like, yeah, they're different from me, that's fine, I accept them. But if it's someone I've known for a long time, and then they, like, switch up, I feel like I'm not that great at accepting that. Does that make sense? Do you think I can just zoom in past? Oh, I can just zoom in so you don't see the ad. That works. So I guess, maybe I'll put it, like, there, because I feel like I could do a lot better at accepting people. Does that make sense? Like, I accept them, but if they change up, then it's hard for me to accept. Fall in the middle of that question? Yeah, me too. Like, there's a really important thing about personality psych, and one of the main issues with it is that a lot of it is self-report. Because you can't exactly go out to someone and be like, I know you accept people because I have seen you for like 10 years and this is what you do. You can't really do that. So a lot of it is based on self-report. And generally with self-report, people tend to, like social desirability bias, they tend to pick answers that they think would represent themselves the best. So, I'm trying to be like clear with it and not choose what I think I would do. But maybe I'm like overcompensating and being like, well, I want to be here, so I'll put myself here. You know, I don't want to overcompensate that much, but I'll do my best. I believe in the, yes. I do believe in the importance of art. Unsurprisingly, as someone who just consumes art every single day, all day, like scrolling through Twitter, looking at art, playing games, you know, art, drawing art, finally up, yeah, I believe in the importance of art. My mood changes easily. It probably depends, like, you know, hormones. Yeah, generally, I think my mood would change more than the average person, but I wouldn't say it's like way too much. I wouldn't go from like mad to sad to happy in like 10 minutes. But like if I'm sad, if something good happens, I'd be like, yippee! So I feel like that is pretty quickly. You know, maybe the regular person wouldn't change it that quickly, but I would. I take care of other people before taking care of myself. Is he a firm believer in the importance of art? Yeah, I spent no time on that question. The others I'm like, but that one I was like, yippee, let's go. I take care of other people. My friend asked me yesterday, like, would you save me from a fire? And I'm like, if I have to run back into the building, no. But if it's like grab you, yes. And she was like offended, and then I was like, well, you see, airplanes are like, they say, put your own airbag on first, before the other person. Because if you're trying to help them and you pass out, then what? But if you help yourself first, then you can help them properly. And therefore it works. So I was like, yeah, I take care of myself before I take care of you. I'm not run back into the building. Okay, it's probably a completely different thing. If it's not life-threatening, I probably would take care of other people's stuff before my own. Like, at work, for example, I would do their work. Would I? I was about to say I would do theirs before mine, but now I'm like, would I? No, I wouldn't. I thought I did. But, okay, wait. But then if it's like doing someone else's work, if it has to be done, they can't do it, then I would do their work instead of giving myself a break. So I guess that kind of means I would like take care of their stuff before taking care of myself. So, I'll put myself in the middle. I guess it depends on like the situation, right? Mood change easily. For more in the middle? I feel like, yeah, I think around the middle is like the average, right? Bye, maybe back? Okay, bye-bye, take care. I think generally around the middle is like where everyone falls, but there are people at either extreme, obviously. Yeah, okay, I'm always prepared. I would like to say yes. I feel like I'm over-prepared for some things. But then I'm always like underprepared for the things I need to be prepared for. I'm gonna say accurate though, like I try to always be prepared. Usually if there's an issue, I will be able to fix it because, like for example, I would head to a store or something. Like if I need to meet someone at 2 o'clock, I'd be there at 1 o'clock, which is kind of insane. But you know, you can always do shopping beforehand. I feel like that's a bit too insane. Maybe I'm leaning towards the anxious side rather than the prepared side, but we're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna keep it at accurate, you know, like, yeah. A vivid imagination. Honestly, it depends on how insane I am in my cycle of insanity. Because, like, if there's a character I'm insane about, these ads are really bothering me. I need an ad block, whatever. If I'm insane about a character, I will be thinking about them all day, every day. And I'm like, oh, Ukyo this, Ukyo that, Ukyo this, Ukyo that. And then if Ukyo did this, then we would do this. And I have so many headcanons and my brain won't stop moving. But then if I'm, like, in a moment when I'm not insane about a character, it'd probably be, like there. So I'm just going to put it in the middle. So it does really depend on, like, my mood and the character I'm insane about at the moment. Care of other people before myself. Situational awareness will influence that, so I lean more in the middle. It's more towards inaccurate, so there's that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You know, if I had to give a recommendation, I would say take care of yourself first, because that's kind of like the socially acceptable thing to say, right? But then if you're filling out a form, I feel like people tend to want to be like, no, I help everyone else first, you know? But, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, maybe the middle is just the best. Ad blocks, my beloved. You know, I don't know how to get ad blockers to work properly. I download them and then nothing happens. So I'm like, oh. Alright, see, I'm not good with tech. Anyway, feel comfortable around people. As someone who is socially anxious, I wouldn't say, like, super comfortable. But, like, once I get talking to them, I am comfortable. Does that make sense? I feel like it's hard to start talking to people. But when you start talking to people, it's like, well, I will yap. It has been an hour and 15 and I have not stopped yapping. This is meant to be drawing, but I will keep yapping. I will, of course, like, finish the artwork I did start for them because it would be mean if I started and just didn't finish it, you know? Always prepared. More towards the middle. It's inaccurate because you suck at organizing. Oh, fair. I feel like it depends for me. Like, I'm really good at organizing some things. I'm really terrible at organizing other things. Wait, what did I put mine in? Okay, maybe I put a bit down more. I don't think I'm that prepared. Okay, feel comfortable around people. I'm gonna say generally yes. I feel comfortable around people, but I won't like actively seek them. I often feel blue. Okay, maybe not like out of nowhere, but if something happens, then I would feel blue. Probably quicker than the normal person. If someone was like, "You're stinky," I'd be like, "Oh." Actually, I feel like if someone were to hate me like that, I wouldn't respond. I would just laugh in their face. Because I don't know, I feel like it's funny if people give hate that just doesn't make sense. Like, you don't know me. Why would you say that? You don't know me on a personal level. So you can't, you know, I kind of hope I get cancelled so I can just laugh at them. Because there's no reason for me to get cancelled. Well, there probably is. But like, shh. Don't cancel me. Maybe more so in the middle for that one since I'm more reserved with imagining things. Yeah, I feel like I imagined a lot as a kid, but as I grew up, I stopped imagining things. And that's probably, like, partly because I'm, like, doom scrolling too much and, like, filling my brain with too much stuff that I don't have time to think. Does that make sense? Like, there's memes where it's, like, looking at all this media so I don't have to have a thought in my brain. I feel like that was me when I was having, like, bad times. I would try and doom scroll more. But now that life is, you know, life is chill. And it's like, I guess I have time to be bored and use my imagination more. I probably should just sit around and think about stuff more. Like, I do like writing the scripts. And that does use, like, a lot of more creativity. So I probably should, like, do more of that. I don't know why I don't. Okay. I often feel blue. I'm going to say middle. It depends on, like, how the day is and hormones and stuff. Because, like, some days I would not feel blue no matter what anyone said to me. Someone could just, like, berate me for, like, 10 hours. And I'd be like, okay. Then other days people would be like, you're stinky. And I would be like, oh, okay. More inaccurate for that one, although it's been lessened somewhat recently over the past few years. So you don't seek, but you're slowly seeking them more? Does that make sense? Am I understanding that right? I'm live for the party. You know, as someone who is an absolute narcissist on streams, I would like to say yes. If I'm hosting it, I would be the live for the party. Not that I've hosted parties, but like trust. Pretend I'm really popular. Pretend I have like 50 trillion friends. Just trust. But if I weren't like the host, or if I wasn't close to the host, I probably would not be. But I'm gonna just say around here because you know I do like stream. I treat everyone with kindness. And I'm sorry. I do try. But there are some people that just annoy me so much. I know a lot of the time it's not their not their fault. For example. And I do understand where all this comes from like a psych point of view. But I feel like I don't have it in me to be kind enough, like as kind as I should be. Does that make sense? Like I know I have work to do with like becoming more kind, so. But then when I think about, see now I'm justifying it. Now, I don't know if I would say I'm meaner than the average person though, so. Because whenever I think of mean people, I think about high school and I'm like, wow, half of those girls were like really mean, really loudly. But like, since a lot of people are probably mean just within their heads and in their minds and don't really like show it, it's not really possible to know if I'm like more or less kind and sympathetic than the average person, right? So, this is me totally want to increase my score from like down here. I think maybe the middle would be okay. Probably. Let's party for the Scribble event. We haven't done an event in a while. I've just been so busy with like art stuff and blah 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 and like scheduling. Because I feel like you guys would probably prefer like a stream to a Scribble event, right? If I had to like pick one or the other. Maybe. As an introvert that's easily inaccurate due to my serious personality about things and I don't get jokes all that well. It's so awkward when you don't get a joke though. Like, I agree with you, right? Like, someone make a joke and you're just standing there and you're like, what does that mean? But you know what's so sad? When it's your aunt who makes a joke and it's about you and you don't realize it's about you. So you're like, well, what does that mean? And she hesitates and then she tells you. And then you're like, huh. And then you just leave. I'm still insulted. How dare you, auntie? She doesn't like me. I don't like her. You know, it's fine. It's fine. We can have nemesis arcs. Okay, I get chores done right away. It depends. Because, this is another thing with my brain. I'm going to put it in the center. Because I feel like, as I mentioned before, if I put something in my mind, like, I'm doing this, then I can't really task switch that well. Like, if I'm drawing and then I get interrupted to, like, clean something, I have trouble doing it. Like, I will clean right away, but then I'll go straight back to drawing, you know? But if it's like, if I'm in the mood of like, oh, I just go around doing whatever. I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I can go back to here, and I can go back to here. If I'm in the mindset of like switching around, then I can just do whatever right away. But if I'm like drawing, it's like, okay, I'll do it in a bit, I'll do it in a bit, I'll do it in a bit, okay, I'll do it in a bit. You know, if I'm focusing on one thing, I can't really switch. But if I'm like in the mood to like switch around, then I will switch. So I'm just gonna put it in the middle for this one. I have a kind word for everyone. Clearly, I don't have a kind word for past life people. I can't believe I would check Discord and there's still the drama now. Like, that's ridiculous. Oh, I have to make sure not to open Discord while I'm showing my screen like this. Okay, do not open Discord. I probably dox myself immediately and dox everyone I ever know. Treat everyone with kindness and sympathy. I say that's about accurate for me nowadays. I would like to say, like... that's good though. That's good though if you're treating everyone with kindness and empathy. I feel like if someone I meet for the first time, I would treat them with kindness and empathy. But like as soon as they say anything that's like slightly mean or passive aggressive, I'll be like, well, lowered the friendship points right now. You're going down. Okay, I feel like I do have a kind word for everyone, but like sometimes I have to think hard about it. I guess it doesn't really count, right? Like there are moods when I'm in. Wow, everything's just mood dependent, isn't it? People aren't always just one thing, which is why personality is hard to like study, because people's personality changes, kind of. Well, not really like changes. It's kind of stable over life, but the way they like show it can change. There are moods when I'm in where I can like look at anyone on the street and be like, oh, I can imagine, you know, this is so weird. I can imagine like living my life with literally anyone. Like if I was walking around the street, I could be like, oh, in a timeline, we could be together. But not this timeline. But like in our timeline, I could see it. I could see us going to the beach. This just strong imagination. This especially happens when I'm bored. So maybe it's an imagination thing more than like a kindness thing. Insulted or something like that, then the kindness will slowly start to go down. Yeah, exactly. But I guess we both then like start at like believing in people, having friendship, and then it just like goes down. Okay, I'm skilled in handling social situations. I feel like for this, it depends on like how much power I have in the situation. If I'm like the oldest, for example, I will skillfully handle the social situation. If I have a problem, I will like skillfully ask questions, get around it. But if, for example, I'm like the youngest person, if I'm working somewhere, for example, if there's like everyone's around 40 years old or higher, I don't think I'd be able to handle social situations that well. So I think it depends for me on the situational factors for this. So I'd probably put myself around like, wow, this is so boring. It's all just in the middle. I feel like the last times I've done it, they've been like really on the end. So I wonder how my results are going to be this time. I think it depends on the situation. If it's like something I am familiar with, I'm really good at handling them. If it's something I'm not familiar with, I'm probably really bad at handling it. So I'm going to put myself in the middle. Step 2 of 5. I feel anxious, yes. But what could go wrong? I do, but then I tell myself it's fine. But I still do feel anxious about what could go wrong. I am really envious of those people who are never anxious about anything. It's like, oh, you know, it's probably not going to work, but let's go. Did you know positive thinking is like linked to worse results? If you're like, oh yeah, it's probably going to be fine. You know, that's actually genuinely linked to things being worse. Because your brain starts being like, oh, we don't have to think too hard about it. We don't actually have to plan it. And then things just don't go as well. I was so surprised to find out that thinking positively led to the positive results not coming. And I was kind of offended. I was kind of sad. Because I know for a long time I'm like, oh, surely I'll be fine. And then it's not fine. I can't believe there's science to back up it not being fine. Me too? Yeah. Anxiety is really normal though. So unless it's like really impacting your life, I think it should be okay-ish. Procrastination be like? Yeah, it'll be fine. Procrastinating, yeah. I need to stop procrastinating. But I feel like I will be procrastinating less this year just because I know positive thinking won't help. Because I feel like you can't just tell me something's true. You have to give me the evidence. Because I'm not going to believe you otherwise. If you say something like, social media is bad for you, I'm going to be like, no, it's not. But then if I read a paper about it, I'll be like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Start arguments just for the fun of it. I really love the friendships where as soon as you start talking, you just start arguing with each other about really dumb things. I wouldn't say okay, maybe I'll put in the middle. I don't like arguments that are like real arguments. But if they're like friendly arguments, like your favorite character sucks. He is ugly and he did not kill people well enough So they ended up suffering. You know, my husband killed them probably. You know, you wish your husband was mine. You know, I like those kind of silly arguments, but I don't like actual proper arguments. So maybe I just put it in the center. Yeah, maybe. I often worry that I'm not good enough. Very accurate. You know those people who like tie their self-worth to their achievements? I feel like that's me with like art and streaming and stuff. You know, they say don't look at the numbers, but I feel like I have tied it too much. So, you know, obviously the answer would be just take a break. But, you know, if I take a break and stop being productive, then I'll just never be productive. I lie. I probably still would be productive. But I do worry about that probably a lot more than the average person. So, yeah, I don't know if I can say much more than that. That's probably just how it is. Find it difficult to get to work. It depends on the work. If it's like work I don't want to do, yes, because obviously I'm not gonna study because studying is stupid. But if it's art, I'll probably find it really easy to get into art. I'll wake up and be like, okay, 2 commissions, time to start. So I'm just gonna put it in the middle. Everything's in the middle. Why is it in the middle? This is so boring. Okay, I stay in the background. Depends on the situation. It always depends on the situation. If I don't know the people, then I will stay in the background. But if I know the people, it's like, I need to be the star of the show. Oh, fine. We'll put it in the middle. We'll put it in the middle. We'll put it in the middle. Okay, maybe I'll put it in, like, more accurate because I like... No, I put more inaccurate because I like to not be in the background. But I do tend to be in the background sometimes. Stay in the background? In the middle, basically? In the middle? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like the middle's probably, like, the safest area. I feel like if you're too far in the background, people are going to call you out for it. So, yeah, the middle is very... It's very middle, unsurprisingly. It is very middle. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm not... if I said something was better or worse, I didn't mean better or worse, but, like, middle is more common, I guess. Many things that I do not like about myself. There are many things I do not like about myself, but there are many things I do like about myself. But it's not like they cancel each other out in this question. So, yeah, I would say it's fairly accurate. There are many things. It's not like I am thinking every moment of my life how much I dislike myself, you know? But there are many things I don't like. But if there's a question of any things I do like, I will be, like, accurate. Okay, I seldom feel blue. I would say more inaccurate. More inaccurate. You can see where the neuroticism is coming. I'm gonna get like such a high neuroticism score. Hopefully like less neurotic than the last time I did the test. But it's still gonna be really high. Do not like art, inaccurate. Stop what I'm doing to help other people. Yeah, generally, I guess. If it's something I can help them with. If it's something I know I can't help them with, I'll probably by standard effect it Hey, at least I'm self-aware. Let me drink some water. I'm gonna have to make a new thumbnail because this is not drawing. Yeah, stop what I'm doing to help others. Generally, if it's something I can, yeah, I just said that. If I can help them, I will help them. If I can't help them, I will ask them if they need help and then find someone else to help them. So I guess finding someone else does count as helping, right? So maybe I'll keep it here. I don't change my plans frequently. If anything changes like 1%, then I start being like, no. Maybe it's because I'm just bad at scheduling and I'm bad at like remembering when things are. If I don't have things like scheduled properly, then I have trouble like moving things around because my brain can't remember different things at once. My brain memory is really bad. If you gave me like 5 numbers to remember, I would not remember them, okay? Unless they were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would remember that because if I didn't remember that, that's kind of concerning. Yeah, okay. I'm often troubled by negative thoughts. I think I would say like slightly more than the average person, just based on what I imagine the average person to be. Obviously, I can't tell what the average person is. Maybe everyone is always troubled by negative thoughts. Maybe I'm not troubled by negative thoughts. And maybe everyone's repressing it. You never know. So, but I think maybe a bit more than the average person. Personality psych is so interesting, isn't it? Because what if the effects of Oh, what's it called? Of people wanting to like look better than they actually are. What if that effect is so strong that everyone always moves their stuff down? So maybe everyone is more neurotic than we think. And then maybe we're all normal, but we just don't know it. Because we keep putting out things to be nicer and knowing inside that we're actually worse than what we put down. Maybe we're all actually the same. Maybe. Personality psych is so interesting though, yeah. Also, often troubled, yeah. That's... That's fair though, that's fair. But if you do need to get professional help, I would recommend it. Yes. Feel comfortable with myself. Generally yes. Bit too personal for me to answer. Oh, that's okay, that's okay. You don't have to answer them if you don't want to. I avoid philosophical discussions. Okay. I keep asking this every single time I do this. What is an example of a philosophical discussion? Would it be like, what is life? What is love? Is that what philosophy kind of is? I'm not too certain on that, actually. If it's something I'm interested in, I wouldn't avoid it, but I probably wouldn't seek it out, you know? So I'm going to put it in the middle, I think. Okay, original. Okay, this is kind of an easier one to do. Am I original or not so original? I'd like to say I'm original. But then I would also like follow instructions a lot, for example. So if there was like a certain way of doing it, or if I could make it my own way, I'd probably follow their way. But that could just be because I'm lazy. See, there's so many other factors. It's like, am I original or am I lazy? You know, they're not exactly mutually exclusive, but Green Pigtail's really original. Oh yeah, I guess with designs it is original because I get mad if they're like too similar to anyone else's. Like, I know, okay, I feel like if there's any cat girls around, don't at me. But okay, I'm sorry. But just personally, I wouldn't do a design like that. I do think they're really cute, but I wouldn't do one myself just because I've seen it so many times. Does that make sense? But if I did, I'd probably want to add something new, like an interesting color, a color that you don't see as often. Like you see pink and you see blue, especially those two together a lot. Think Fuamoko. I feel like I've drawn a lot of them because every time there's a commission, it's like, can you do this character? And they always seem to have like pastel blue and pastel pink. Maybe I'm just sick of those colors personally, you know? Maybe it's not a widespread thing. Maybe not everyone has it. Maybe I've just seen it too many times. Maybe it's confirmation bias. You never know. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not super original. I can be original when I want to be, but like, I don't think I usually want to be. Calling myself out here. Okay, systematic, I would say yes. I would follow how people usually do it most of the time. Unless I find an easier way, you know. But most of the time, I think I would follow it. People have always said that I am shy. What do you guys think? Putting you on the spot. Do you think I'm shy? Okay. Oh, drop something. Don't mind me. Sometimes I'm like, what if I've muted this whole time? Obviously I haven't, but like sometimes I just have to check, you know, sometimes. You don't think so? Yeah, I don't think so either, but like every single time I talk to someone, they're like, oh, but you're shy, so... And they just bring it up in conversation like that, or like in every single school report I've gotten, it's like, oh, you was a shy child, you're shy. And I don't see it. Like, obviously, I know I am for like people I don't know, but I feel like that's kind of normal. I'm probably more shy than the average person for people I don't know, but for people I do know, I wouldn't say I am at all. You know? So, I think I'd put it closer to inaccurate. Maybe. Just personally, maybe I'd put it closer to inaccurate than accurate. But it feels weird that everyone else, like literally every single person, even my parents, have said the opposite, you know? So, I'm just gonna keep it here, you know? I'm gonna keep it here and just say everyone else is wrong. You know, I know myself better than everyone else, you know? It really bothers me when people are like, oh, I know you, you're this, and then inside I'm like, no, I'm not, but sure, let's go with that. Okay, soft-hearted. What does soft-hearted mean? Does soft-hearted mean like kind, or does it mean more like gullible? Soft-hearted and meaning. Kind and compassionate. Okay, kind and compassionate. I think, again, it depends on my mood and the person it's to. I can be soft-hearted, like very soft-hearted, but I can also be like very not soft-hearted. I can be very, I hope you suffer and burn to people I don't like. So, I wouldn't say I'm soft-hearted like completely at all, like to everyone. Generally, since I do have more friends than enemies, I would put it closer to accurate than inaccurate. But this might be just me wanting to appear cool and nice and awesome. Yeah, okay. So, tense. I do think I'm more tense than the average person, but that probably just comes with, like, anxiety and stuff. So, once that's all sorted, it's probably going to be a lot less tense. But then, at the same time, I can be, like, untense. Everyone, okay, say if there's, like, a really stressful issue, and everyone's like, oh, no, I will be, like, the opposite of tense. I don't know if this is ironic. I saw this other thing, like this post on Twitter that's like, anxious people will be less anxious during anxiety-provoking events because it's like socially acceptable to be anxious in that moment, so they don't have to worry about that. And in that means they can be less anxious. Does that make sense? I guess I would only work for like social anxiety, right? I have no clue how much of this you guys are understanding as I just babble random psych words. Yeah, in like that, in really stressful situations, I would be very not as tense. I would lead everyone to victory. And I always do when it gets really stressful. Like in at work when all the managers are like really stressing, I will be like the least stressed I've been all shift. And I'll be like, alright, you do this, we're doing this, and then we get through it. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. I should just be a manager, you know? I should be a manager. I'm better than all of you, I'm sorry. Understand? No worries? Okay, that's good. Okay. It's already been like an hour and a half, and we're still like halfway through this. We might end after this test then, because this is taking like surprisingly long. Inquisitive is like inquiring into stuff, right? Like interested in like finding out new stuff, isn't it? It could be. I would say yes. I would say I'm inquisitive. But then there are things I really don't care about, like drama. Like, if someone's like, oh, there's drama, I'd be like, don't tell me. But if it was, like, about Ukiyo law, I'd be like, yeah, I would, in fact, like to know literally every single thing that ever happened, so hand it over. You know, forgetful, I wouldn't say I'm, like, the most forgetful, but I am very forgetful. Like, if I put my drink bottle... Okay, I'm going to move my drink bottle to the left side instead of the right side, and we're going to see how long it takes me to look for my drink bottle and be like, oh, no, where did I put it, okay? So that's the social experiment. I'm going to cover it up so I can't see it. Okay, I can't see it now. Let's see how long it's going to take before I'm like, where is my drink bottle? Because I forgot I moved it to the left side. Okay, cool. Let's go. Reserved. Reserved isn't like a reserved person. As in like not showy. Is that kind of what it means by a reserved person? I would say middle. Maybe I'm better at not forgetting than I think myself to be. Oh yeah, because you never know, right? You can remember the times when you do forget things, but you're never going to remember the times you don't forget things. That's just confirmation bias, isn't it? Doesn't that mean I'm probably less forgetful than I think I am? Because obviously I'm only going to remember when I forget something. I'm not going to remember when I don't forget something. Okay, I'm going to put myself in the middle for that. Like, I wouldn't say I'm more forgetful than the average person. Well, maybe just by a tiny bit, but probably not enough to put it to the next box, you know? Oh, there's so many biases. I feel like me being a psych student is probably going to influence my choices for this, because I feel like the average person wouldn't think about all these other things that could be biasing it, and therefore it probably wouldn't sway their results as much. Okay, agreeable. Maybe it's truly confirmation bias, but who knows for sure. You know, everything could be confirmation bias. Life is confirmation bias. I really wish I knew, like, the extent, like, the percentage extent to how much my confirmation bias impacted my stuff. So I could, like, properly scientifically measure which one would be the correct option. Okay, maybe that's too much sciencey. Okay, agreeable. I think generally yes. But if I don't like the person in charge, then I won't be agreeable. Okay, I think generally I can agree with most things, but if they're not being agreeable, then I will not be agreeable back. You know, that's passive-aggressive, maybe that's passive-aggressive. But you know when you're in a group or whatever, and they have an idea and it kind of sucks. So you give an idea, which is obviously better and easier. And, okay, I'm not just saying this because, like, I feel like I'm the best, but, like, maybe if they don't have experience, for example, and you have a lot of experience, you would know more about the topic. And if they then hear your idea and then say no and they go with their idea, then I would not be agreeable, because that's stupid. But generally I think I would be agreeable with most things. If everyone's like on the same level and everyone's respectful, I would say I'm pretty agreeable. But like, not always. So, I'm just gonna go here. Nervous? What's the other one? Tense? I feel like tense and nervous kind of go together, right? If I had to pick them, I feel like I'm more tense than nervous. I think nervous would be about the same as the normal person, right? Like, how do you explain nervousness? And how is nervousness different from anxiety and stress? Because, like, you can be stressed in a stressful situation, and that's different from being anxious because, like, it's expected that you be stressed in that situation, right? But then how is that different from nervousness? Yeah, we should just go into the next one, because this is messing us all up. Creative, I would like to say yes, with just how much I draw. But other than drawing, I wouldn't say I'm, like, that creative, honestly. I don't know if I'm that creative outside of drawing. What's something creative you guys have done recently? Because I'm trying to think of things outside of, like, the VTubing sphere. Like, I draw, I sing, and singing has, like, creativity. You need to make sure you have the flair. You can't just be like, Kyo ga umare. It's like, Kyo ga umare ka, and work with the dynamics and blah, blah, blah. So that's definitely creative. But outside of my hobbies, I don't know if I'm that creative. So maybe I'll just put it here, you know? Maybe I'll just put it here. I'm not... Okay, wait. I know I'm not self-disciplined, but then when I think about it, I've never missed a deadline. I've never missed an assessment. I've never really missed a stream. Unless it's like by accident. You know, maybe something suddenly came up and then I have to do that. Generally, I would say... maybe in the middle. I know I am not self-disciplined for a lot of things. Like, I'm bad with studying. I'm bad with, like, gluttony, you know? You made a weapon for cosplay with foam and wood and also painting it. That's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, I want to see that. I want to see that. Are you in the server? Do you want to show us the beautiful weapon for cosplay? What kind of weapon is it? I really like those claymores, like especially ones in Genshin that are absolutely humongous. It must be like really difficult to make one so big and like carry it. Aren't there like lots of rules for cons? Like it can't be this big. A staff? That's so cute. Do you have like the like a jewel on top or something like that? Or like a cool shape? And I did unclick that. Thank you. Thank you. I will put it to here. Outgoing? I'd say I am pretty outgoing. Wait, did I miss a rule that says... oh, okay. I thought I missed something saying, like, do it based on vibes rather than, like, thinking too much about it. But it didn't say that, so, you know, it's good. We're gonna keep going. Charitable. Depends on my mood. There's a lot of times where I'm like, oh, they need money. Let's buy a commission. Let's buy an emergency commission. Sure, let's just donate to this cause. But there are a lot of times where I'm like, that's effort. Let's not do that. Which isn't the best, but I guess I don't think that's like especially different from what the average person would do. I'm probably gonna put myself in the middle. Like I can be charitable and I can be not charitable. I didn't realize everything was so in the middle. I was so sure everything was like accurate, inaccurate, accurate, inaccurate. Like the last time I did this. Okay, moody. I'm definitely a lot less moody than I was as a teen. Unsurprisingly, no one is surprised. Maybe? Actually, I don't think I'm more moody than the average person. Because there are people that I know who I would consider not moody and they're always in a good mood. But then thinking about it, maybe they're not always in a good mood. Because thinking back on it, I'm like, wait, she's in a bad mood here and here and here and here. So maybe, I think I would be about like normal moodiness, right? You haven't seen me crash out on stream yet. Yet, you never know. Maybe. If I had some people... Wait, what if there was a stream where I just invited all the people I hate and we tried to have like a normal conversation? Maybe that's so mean to me. I wouldn't do that. Oh, from Fearin? The crescent moon shape on top with red sand with gold. That's so pretty. Is it really big? Like, I don't really remember how big it was in the anime. I don't think I like fully watched it. I think I only watched like a couple episodes. What are you using it for, by the way? The staff. Okay, imaginative. Didn't we have this before? Or was that creativity? Welcome back, cool thanks. We're still doing the personality test. The 5-factor personality one. And if it doesn't give me my results at the end of this, I'm gonna fight someone, okay? I'm gonna fight someone. I'm gonna look up the scoring and score it myself, okay? Because it's gonna make me mad if it doesn't give me my results. So, we could speedrun doing it on another website then. Because it'll surely have the same questions, you know? But, what's the cosplay for? Are you going to a con or something? Or just for fun? You're gonna take, like, cool photos. Have you been to one of those, like, cool areas I keep seeing where they have all the props and stuff you can rent? And, like, the rooms with all the settings and stuff? I would love to cosplay in one of those places. Not a tour, but a good size? That's really cute. That's really cute. I wanna do cosplay. I really kind of want to learn how to, like, do all those sewing things so I can, like, make my own clothes, make my own cosplay, make my own plushies. You know, that could be my new hobby after I give up on drawing in, like, 52 years' time. I don't think I'm ever going to give up on drawing. Draw on board and still learn. Okay. You're going to regret saying that because obviously I'm going to say you should draw Ukya. You should draw Ukya. Don't you love my suggestion? Because I love my suggestion. I almost changed the drawing thing today to the drawing Ukyo. Con you went to last year? Oh, was it fun? What do you guys usually do at cons? I just walk around the artist market the whole time. I don't actually do any of the activities. I just buy art. Okay. I'll just get back to this real quick. Imaginative. I feel like we got this before. Maybe. I was more imaginative as a kid, but, you know, every time I think I had a cool imaginative thing as a kid, I find out that it was like a common experience. Like imagining Spider-Man jumping across buildings while you're in a car. I thought that was a me only thing. How does literally everyone have that? Can you type it in chat, like the name of the character? Ukyo from Amnesia! Yippee! Okay, there we go. We love Ukyo. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at, like, somewhat accurate. Because I know there are people who are, like, really not imaginative at all. And they, like, refuse to think about things. Like, I don't know too many of them personally, but I do know of people who know people like that. Okay, maybe they're the extreme, then. Maybe they're on the extreme end. Maybe I would be in the middle. But I would like to say I'm more imaginative. But that's just not confirmation. I'm social desirability bias. Ugh. Okay, you guys better learn what confirmation bias is and social desirability bias by the end of this, okay? That's your homework. I'm going to quiz you on it next week. Okay. Organized? It depends, you know? For school that I didn't care about, I literally shoved every single thing into one folder. And if I lost sheets, oh well. If I wasn't able to submit them because I lost them, oh well. But if it's art, I have every single file, named by date, in a correct folder. And I have commissions in a different folder. And I have CV, course, battle work in a separate folder. Oh, also, you know what's so sad? You know the Pokemon CV? We didn't get into the second round by about, like, 3 teams. We always got in. But you know what's saddest? Is that half of us were, like, cheering that we didn't get in. Because none of us wanted to do, like, the extra work. None of us wanted to do it again. Like, I don't personally want to, like, draw a lot, so... And half us in the group chat were like, okay, good. We don't have to do this again. Photos with cosplayers, buy merch, watch people performing on stage, and just have a good time. That's so cute. I wish I had the courage to go up to people and be like, can I take a photo? But then I would always feel self-conscious, like, I know I'm not dressed up as well as they are. Maybe I need to, like, wear something really fancy next time. But it was so sad. I went to KaiCon or whatever it was called. And no one recognized my Ukyo Eater bag. I was so sad. Someone thought it was Color Malice, which is has the same artist as Amnesia. So I was close. It was close, but yeah, other than that, there wasn't. And it made me so sad. Okay. Organized. Generally, I think I'm organized for things I care about. I'm not organized for things that I don't care about. Maybe it's in the middle then. Maybe I just need to care about things more. Maybe this goes with, like, conscientiousness. If I care about everything more, then I would have more conscientiousness. Days have to finish. Can you grade it? Okay, I won't grade it, but if you want, I will give, like, feedback. Just for, like, general things. I won't be, like, really nitpicky. I won't be like, you need to put this line here, because I would cry if someone did that to me, okay? I would just give you, like, simple, small things if that would help you. Well, we could do that if you guys want to submit your art, a thingy. Obviously I'm not a pro. Obviously I'm self-taught. Obviously I'm probably a lot younger than quite a few people. So I can't say my changes would like literally fix anything, especially with anatomy, but you know, that could be interesting. Maybe if you wanted to try and finish it by like Wednesday maybe. But honestly, I might forget about it, so I'm sorry if it's Wednesday and I completely forget to ask about it. Also small? Also small? That's cute. That's cute though. Are you ready to battle your way to the top? I saw a post the other day saying like for streamers like half of them are gone after like 3 months or something. Which, you know, I thought was pretty high for people like giving up. You know, to be honest, if I didn't like my gorgeous darling Yufa, I probably would have quit. Like months before I debuted as Yufa. I would have quit because I was not having fun back then, but I am now. So that's good. You know, I've passed 50% of people as Yufa. You know, 50% of people would have quit. Oh look, it's AliExpress. All the stuff I was looking at the bottom. Like eater bags and cosplay and clothing references. Post drawings and animations, that's so cute. I love drawing. I need to post more drawings, you know, and animations. I was doing I did a few like animatic shorts and they flopped really bad. Like one of them I kind of like tricked the algorithm into, you know, showing to people. But the other one got like 5 views or something. So I guess I won't be doing that again. I probably will though. You know, you can't stop me from my artistic efforts. But they're so cute. They're so cute. Don't mind me, I'm still eating my toast. I know, 5 is kind of sad. Like, especially since on the other side it was like 300 or something. So it's like, oh, well. Like, some of them do like really poorly for some reason. And then ones I don't expect do really well. Like, obviously the ones with like good editing I would expect to do well. And they do. But, yeah. Okay. Talkative, I would say, yes, very. But like, I can be very talkative, but I would choose not to if I don't like the person. But if I like the person, I will be very talkative. See, it's been like 2 hours of yapping. Like, duh, talkative. Humble. I'm not like a narcissist. I did the test because I was kind of concerned that I was a narcissist after I keep joking about it. But I did the test and I'm not actually. I don't qualify as a narcissist, so we're all good. Pessimistic, I would say more so than the average person. You know, trust issues. You know, I have trust issues for fictional characters now because of Yang in Pure Fiore. Spoilers for Yang's Pure Fiore route. This guy pretends to be my boyfriend and then he stabs me. And he doesn't just stab me, he stabs through my entire body to stab the person behind me. Because he threw me at this person to distract this person. And then stabbed through me like a kebab. And I have not attachment, but like trust issues with fictional characters now because of him. So stupid. Like I know if there's a character that's like, don't get near me, stay away, I know that they secretly love me. But if it's Yang, no. Anyway, step 4. I have a lot to say, yes. I enjoy going to art museums. Okay, this is gonna sound really ironic, but I don't like going to art museums. I'm sorry. I just find them very boring. Maybe it's because they're not anime art. If they were anime art and like characters I knew, I probably would enjoy going to them actually. Because, you know, Twitter's kind of like an art gallery, kind of. Right? Maybe I would like it if I was like interested in what the thing is about, but I feel like a lot of the time I'm not interested, especially if it's like old. I'm not interested in history, you know. I'm not interested in history. It's really sad. I like ancient history, but not like modern history. You know, I'd rather learn about pyramids than wars. Maybe it's because in class we got to watch movies when we were doing ancient history, so maybe it's not actually interest. Maybe it's just because I like watching movies instead of doing work. Okay, I always make good use of my time. You could say so, because I'm always grinding. You know, I'm always grinding the recording, the editing, the mixing, the drawing, the organizing. I will always be doing something, like, so much. But at the same time, I also do doom scroll a lot. Like, a lot. I think I use my time well until I get tired, and then I just die. And then I go back to using it well. So I would say fairly well, you know? Fairly well. I am, like, ridiculously productive, while also being not productive. Interested in the meaning of things. Okay. If it's, like, movie lyrics or, like, analysis, absolutely yes. But if it's, like, meaning of life, it's like, oh, well... maybe that sounds sad, because the meaning of life is obviously ukiyo. So, like, what do you expect? You know, like, it's ukiyo, you know? You guys interested in the meaning of things? Like, what do you think it means by, like, meaning of things? Just, like, meaning of life, meaning of anything, meaning... Okay, I'm gonna say accurate. I generally am interested in the meaning of things. If we're taking on a lot of responsibility, it depends. If it's something I'm good at, I would take a lot of responsibility. Because, trust issues, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if it's because I want to help or because I don't trust people, but I feel like I do take on a lot of responsibility, generally. So I'm gonna say generally inaccurate, you know? I feel like I'm speed running through this, and I feel like we're not, like, having time to properly conversation. So, I'm sorry about that. If you want to, like, add anything or pop up with anything cool, feel free to let me know. As I eat my toast. Don't like to draw attention to myself. Again, depends. I do like attention, but not from people I don't like, not from people I don't know. But I think a bit more, wrong one. I feel like I like attention a bit more than the average person. If there's like a group setting, I will try and talk a lot, maybe be center of attention. I feel like this is a lot from being like a only child, right? Oh, see, it all makes sense when you go back with the psych, big brain moment. Because obviously I would have had all the attention as a kid. So then, like, if I don't have attention, I could get, like, stressed. I remember the first time, because I was, like, the center of my group all through primary school. And then I got to high school, and I was, like, just the side character. And I didn't know what to say. Because, like, I felt like I wasn't able to join conversation as much. It wasn't, like, as interactive, and I wasn't having as much fun not being the center of attention. So I need to work on that by, like, you know, not being the center of attention. Nothing to work on. But, you know. What do you put on it? You did, like, half ones? I've done, like, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. But at the moment, I've been doing half butter, half peanut butter. Because I was getting a bit tired of Vegemite. Just a bit tired of Vegemite, you know. Sometimes there's too much Vegemite. And you know me, I put on too much anyway. Feel like I'm better than others. It depends. I would say not overall. Overall, I'd say we're all like equal. But if it was like, I do feel like I am better at some things than other people. But I know I'm worse at some things than other people as well. So overall, I wouldn't say I'm better. But like within certain areas, I would say, yeah. But what do you put on your toast? I love how I went back to the toast conversation because I just looked over at my toast. Okay. By the way, this is a hot opinion, but I don't like jam. Do you like jam? I don't like jam. I feel like jam is too sweet for me. And I feel like this has been a very controversial stream. Oh no, okay. Anyway, we're just gonna keep going. I make friends easily. I'd like to say yes. It depends. I always say it depends. It depends because, you know, not black and white. It's like gray. It's like gray. You know, gray is a good color. You should use gray when you're coloring stockings. You must see with jam. It's a good thing you didn't. Okay, I see you there. Okay, what kind of jam do you have? I know Ellie has like 20 types of jams, like unironically. And they're all like really fancy flavors. I've only had like a few flavors, I think. Like blueberry, I think it was. I haven't had any like really fancy ones. And obviously I haven't had strawberry jam. But strawberry jam is like the basic normal one, right? But I haven't had it, obviously, because allergies. Okay, I make friends easily. I think I did mention try to make friends in uni servers. And they just made fun of me. Maybe not made fun, but like teased me a bit. It's like, oh, haha, it's that hard. And I'm like, that's why I'm here, to make friends, even though it is hard. And sending like rolling eyes gifts, I was crying. So I maybe... Okay, I'm still gonna say yes, because I feel like if I see people in real life, it's easy to make friends with them, but it's hard to like meet people in the first place to make friends. It's really ironic and really kind of tragic. Don't put jam on toast from what I know. Do you put jam on like sandwiches? I feel like sandwiches like evil. I feel like on toast you can get the ratio right between like topping and bread. But if it's a sandwich, you're definitely gonna have more bread no matter what. Unless it's like a humongous fat sandwich with like roast beef and lettuce and mustard and literally every topping you could ever think of. Like, I don't respect sandwiches, okay? I don't respect them. They have caused nothing but suffering. Like, do you know how sad it is to have a Vegemite sandwich with like 2 pieces of bread and like the tiniest amount of Vegemite? That's just eating 2 pieces of plain bread with a bit of salt. No! And I ate that so many times during primary school. I'm still salty about it, you know? Anyway. Make plans to stick to them? Yes. Ish. I make plans a lot, and I stick with them unless it's like uni related because I don't like uni. Generally, I make plans. I generally stick to them unless I don't like it. Cool? Cool. Okay, do we have any examples of abstract ideas? I don't know if I'd say I'm not interested in abstract ideas. But like, I can't think of an abstract idea. Whenever I think of abstract, I think of algebra. And how, you know... how, for maths a lot, it goes into start thinking of, like, hypothetical stuff, like, stuff you have to keep in your brain, you can't really write it out, and that's why a lot of kids who are really good at maths start falling behind, because they can't think of, like, the abstract math stuff. It's not like they're not as smart, or, like, they're not studying as hard, but, like, their brains just can't fully understand it as much. But I feel like, ooh, yeah. Maybe it has to do with like mental memory as well, because there's only so much you can remember in your head at once. Like in maths with so many steps, I'd be like, okay, do this step and then do that step. Okay, what step did I have to do again? And I forget what I just did, so I'd have to redo that. And yeah, mental memory is really an issue. Though I guess with practice you'd be able to simplify the steps, right? So it wouldn't like matter as much with mental memory. Maybe that was my issue. Maybe I just didn't study enough. Okay. I'm gonna say no. I feel like abstract ideas are interesting, but I wouldn't say they're like that super interesting. I wouldn't seek them out, but if you know it showed up on my YouTube screen, I'd be like, yeah, I guess I'll watch that. Has flashbacks to barely passing. Okay, but like I straight did not pass. Yo, I got a 34 on my middle of year exam. No, it wasn't middle of year. It was like my first exam. No, second exam. No, that is straight like the middle exam. Yeah, I got like a 34. But the next time I got a 49, which still sucks. But like, it's better. It's still a fail, but like, it's better. Finish lab while watching. Now you're at peace. Oh, that's so good. You are now free from the suffering of lab for uni. I'm very proud of you. Let us all clap for the solo. Escaping the lab. You know, I'm glad we don't have like lab stuff in psych. We had a neuroscience thing where we got to like test out brainwave stuff data, which was interesting, but it was so weird, like making pads wet and then putting them on your head, and then they were like attached to this box or something, and then that was attached to the computer. It was interesting. Your mom said hi. Hello back to cool. Thanks, this is mom. Testing out Ukiyo brainwaves. I do wonder though, like, if my brain would react differently if I just thought about Ukiyo. Probably, right? Like, if you think about something you love, different areas would appear, right? And it isn't like the love for a fictional character doesn't activate the same kind of love for, like, real people. Wait, you know what would be so sad? If I was dating someone and I went to test out the brainwaves thing and I had, like, stronger response to Ukiyo than them. I'm so sorry to my future partners. Ukiyo, you can't. You have to learn to coexist, folks. You have to learn to coexist. Anyway, I criticize other people. I know. It would be pretty funny, but I'd feel so bad for them. They'd probably have like really huge insecurities after that. Sobbing. Okay, anyway. I criticize other people. If they're doing... Okay, was my audio weird this whole time? I think a blanket was covering it a bit. Okay, there we go. I think that's okay. I definitely do criticize them if their work is really, really terrible. I wouldn't to their face, you know, but to a friend I'd be like, I'm gonna have to fix up their work. You know, that's really annoying, you know? I think most people would do that though, right? Like, you see all those memes of like, This guy's like, I want you back. And then the response is the group chat said no. So you would, in fact, talk to your girlies about that kind of thing, right? So I think I hope not. I hope I don't criticize other people as much, like more than the average person. I'm really just saying, like, compared to the average person, to make myself feel better. Because I know I do criticize other people, you know? Like, surely you guys criticize other people as well, right? Right? But then, we know this is, like, a... What do you call it? Like a scale? Not scale. But basically, people are on either end. So I know there are definitely people who would never criticize other people. And I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. Because I'm a salty person. With saltiness in her veins. Okay, I'm gonna go with, like, middle. I don't know if it's more than the average person. But, yeah. You know, it's so weird. People have told me that I'm the most judgmental person they know. But, like, that's coming from the most judgmental person I know. So, like... I'm just gonna leave it in the middle. You know the anime Psyche K? I watched the first episode twice. That's all I know. I didn't personally find the humor to be like my type of humor. It's more like satire kind of humor, isn't it? I think. Maybe it's because I'm not like relating to the school life and didn't have like friends like that. It could just be like that, though. I know a friend who's like super into it, and it's like the only anime she liked. But, did you like it? If it gets better, I might try it again, but I didn't find too much interest in the first episode myself. But I did try it again, like, later. That's why I watched the first episode twice. I do like, Kakushigoto, though. That's my absolute favorite comedy. Oh, I didn't mean to change that all the way to accurate. But I definitely like Kakushigoto. You know, we love somewhat dirty manga jokes. And it's manga related and art related. And it's about, like, protecting your cute daughter from knowing you write dirty manga. And that's so funny. English does really funny. Okay, I will try watching the second episode, after stream then while I draw. I will. Okay. Okay, taking a snapshot of the screen so I can remember to mention it next time. Okay. Okay, I don't talk a lot. Inaccurate. You know, if I start yapping, I yap for 2 hours, 5 minutes because it's been 2 hours, 5 minutes and we've drawn literally 0 lines. Have we? Did we draw anything? Sobs. Anyway, I enjoy hearing new ideas. If they're not stupid ideas, is that mean of me to say? I do like hearing them. I do like hearing new ideas, but yeah. Important to me that people are on time? Yes. It does bother me when people are not on time. Like, it doesn't really matter for, like, a stream, for example. You can come in, go, leave, whatever you want. But if it's, like, a meeting or something, new ideas about Uko. Hey, if you have new ideas about Uko, let me know. Because, you know, I could draw them. You know, you should tell me all the ideas about Uko. But I'm always on time. And then, consistently, people are, like, 20 minutes late. And since I always arrive early, then I end up waiting around for, like, half an hour. Yeah, no, I didn't draw anything. And I keep forgetting to move my model around more. You know, I need to be a more fun to look at person who moves around a lot. It's been time for those 3 AM ones. We still over? Yeah, because I would come fight you. I'd be like, wake up! You need to watch the I'm sorry. I'm joking. Okay. But yeah, I do like it when people are on time. It does bother me when people are not on time because I get there early. Because, you know, if I got there right on time and they were just a bit late, that'd be fine. But, like, I always get there early. I know that's a me problem, but hey, I'm trying to be considerate here. Okay, anyway, next step. Ooh, okay, this is the final one. This is the optional ones. Okay, we're just gonna skip all these. Okay, if this doesn't give me my answers, I'm gonna fight someone. Okay, you'd better not make me pay $60 to get this result. Okay, Trudy. Okay, because I forgot about you. Please don't. Please. Oh, woo! My neuroticism is down. I remember, like, at my bad periods of life, my neuroticism was at, like, 93. So, you know, 70% it's still pretty high, I think. But, like, it's not, like, death ridiculously high. You know? I'd say this is all, like, I didn't realize I was so unagreeable. Wait, that's really sad. Okay, how much does it cost to unlock the full report? How much do you cost? $30. Nope. Oh, I thought that was gonna dox my details for a second. I almost died inside. Okay, it didn't. Okay, right? It didn't. Let me just stare at my phone screen to check. Okay, good. That didn't. But that is wild. No, did it delete my? Oh, can I still check them here? Anyway, I hope you committed it to memory because because we're not seeing those results again. Oh, this is February. This is not now. No, yeah, this is... Wait, it is February. Somehow I thought it was like November still. My bad. Okay, never mind, jokes. It is so wild. Not gonna ruin just for 4 AM, although I'll watch if I do somehow wake up. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, $30 is wild. I know there was one site, I don't remember what it was called, but you're able to get it all free, but it also like divides it into parts within extroversion. For example, like liking people is part of extroversion, but it's not like the full thing of extroversion. And like the other parts maybe like energy you gain, but it's not all of extroversion. Conscientiousness might be like taking care of yourself and then taking care of others. So they might be like separate parts. And the one I really liked did separate them, and you could also like compare them with other people. I'm not too sure what that one was called, but you know, it's fine. Let me see if I can change the screen. Do my hotkeys work? Hotkey, did you work just then? Did you not? Something happened. Okay, something worked. Starting. So okay, we'll go back to shining. Can you believe it's been 2 hours 10 of just yapping? But like, I love how my energy just stayed the entire time because I was talking about psych and I like psych. I like talking about myself and I like talking about psych. And there was like no art. Maybe art is just tiring to the soul. Because, you know, I was trying to think like, what's a non-repetitive hobby? Because all my hobbies are repetitive, you know? Singing is just recording the same line again and again and again. Mixing is just moving something to the left, then moving it to the right, then moving it up in pitch, then moving down in pitch. I mean, writing isn't that repetitive, is it? Maybe writing's a good hobby. Because, like, drawing is like, okay, do a line, yep, do a line, yep, do a line, yep, do another line, yep, go back, yep, another line, yep. Maybe I need more exciting hobbies. I feel like crochet isn't my type of hobby. I feel like people like those hobbies that, like, pretty repetitive and... What's the word? Cathartic? Well, they can, like, watch TV or something while they do it. But, like, I don't have the attention span because I absolutely destroyed my attention span by doom scrolling. Enjoyable 2 hours. I'm glad to hear it. Even though I was just yapping about myself the whole time. I hope you guys are okay with that. And I hope you will remember the biases for tomorrow. Not for tomorrow, for next week's stream. Okay, you have to learn. You have to learn them. You know, I can write them down for you so you don't forget them. Maybe I'll test you on a few things, actually. Okay, let me... Ugh. I forgot I changed it. Mate. Where is down. Clip Studio Paint help. No? Okay, we'll go up. Is that the one? It's called help? Yeah, it's called Okay, let me write down your homework real quick and then we can end. Pretty fun? Arigato! I'm glad you think so. I had fun too. Okay, we are first gonna remember the biases. Am I your favorite sensei? You can call me Yufu Sensei. So we have confirmation bias. So confirmation bias is basically, you think you know something, so you look for evidence to prove your own point. You know, like if you hear about a toy being popular that you've never heard of before, but you think it's popular, then you're going to start seeing it everywhere. Like, it's going to have been there the whole time, but you're only going to start noticing it after you know it's popular. And therefore, it reinforces your idea that it is popular. You have to say, arigato! You guys are my favorite students, you know? So that's confirmation bias. Make sure you remember it. And similarly, we have availability bias, which is kind of similar, you know? This is just going to be the extra one. You don't have to remember this one because we didn't really study it, but like, bonus points if you study that one, okay? Bonus points. Availability bias is like you judge things based on how much you see it. For example, if, I don't know, maybe like how quickly it comes to mind. Maybe your cousin got bitten by a shark, for example. You might be like, oh, shark bites are so common. Just because you can easily remember that there was a shark bite that happened to a friend of yours. But like, genuinely, they're not that common, you know? Or like shark death, for example. Shark kills you. That's not that common. But if you remember one of them, you're going to be like, yeah, it's probably really common. That is availability bias. You're biased by what's available in like your memory, for example. There we go. That is your extra one. If you learn this one, I would be very proud. But you just need to know confirmation bias and... what was the other one? What was the other one? Social desirability bias. Okay, social desirability bias. There we go. Okay, social ability. What? Desirability. Wow, I can spell. Social desirability is choosing options that make yourself look good, for example. Like if you're doing a test, you're gonna like want to choose options that make yourself look good for the people who's gonna check the results, you know? Like it's okay if you're seeing your own results, right? You're probably not gonna be as biased. But if you know someone's gonna look at your thing, like if it's a job application, you're gonna be like, yes, I'm very agreeable. Yes, people like me and I'm not neurotic at all. I don't stress, I'm calm all the time. You know, that would be me on a report, for example. So this is an additional challenge to remember for later. Arigato. I'm glad you like psych. Okay, maybe we shouldn't go into like the 5-factor unless you guys want to memorize the 5-factor model as well. But I think this is enough, you know, just confirmation bias and social desirability bias, and if you want extra points, availability bias. Okay, so that concludes our psychology lesson for today. I will have to make a new thumbnail for this. This is so tragic. But I guess we can end it. I hope you guys enjoyed our very psych-filled day, which was not, in fact, meant to be a psych-filled day, but you know, sometimes life does not go as planned, and you end up doing a whole bunch more psych stuff than you imagined. So, but that concludes Kyo no stream. Okay. Well, have a brilliant, fun, brilliant, awesome, brilliant, cool, brilliant day where you will think about confirmation bias and social desirability bias and availability bias, because biases are cool. And if you want to remember attachment styles as well, that's also extra points. But yeah, that will be it for today. So, sayonara minna! I'll see you next time. Thank you, Minna.